Hello, everybody. Here we are again. It's Wednesday. I'm back.
Yes. Yes. She came back.
Yes, I did. Of
Okay, I hunted her down and dragged her here, but
nobody wants to do it, so you have to come back. So I'm here, Deborah
and Lori,
from Tom Sewing with your weekly dose. So we're into fall. I don't know if y'all noticed, but we were definitely into fall. I finally had to put socks and shoes on today and got rid of the sandals. So that says something to me. I do prefer sandals. I like bare feet. But
it is warmer, cooler, not super cool. You could have went halfway and did socks and sandals.
Never in my life have I ever done that. And if I ever reach that point, it's because I've lost my mind and nobody cared to correct me. So
yeah. My husband can't figure out why there's a problem with socks and sandals.
Oh, I know. Walt used to do it too. It was like flip-flops and socks. Oh, I'm so sorry. No. Sandals were devised for bare feet.
Yes.
So, anyway, I'm going to have to this weekend go through my closet and shift the clothes around because we are at that point.
We are.
Yes.
There we are. Guess what?
What?
It is in 14 Wednesdays. It's going to be Christmas morning.
It will be Christmas morning. That makes it 14 weeks from today, 97 days. And if any of you know Tom, you know he at any given time, he can tell you how many days we have to Christmas. And we are looking at 97 of them. So keep that in mind, all you quilters and sewers and crafters and all those gifts you want to get made, you have 14 weeks. Less if you have to ship them. So.
A lot less if you have to ship them.
Like me. So bear that in mind. Get yourself in gear. Make a plan. Work your plan. Get her done. Yeah.
And to help that along,
yes,
we have a Christmas fabric sale. So it's 25% off.
And now until Saturday.
Now until Saturday. And then if you finish off the bolt, it's an extra 10%.
Absolutely.
So now's the time to stock up on Christmas fabric.
Yes.
If you haven't, for some of those great ideas.
Oh, yes. And you all know we have beautiful
I have a lot of
Christmas
ideas.
fabric. It is my favorite. With the exception of batiks, Christmas fabric is my all-time favorite. I love it. I could think of all kinds of things to make up with it. I don't need them. I don't need any of these things that I make, but I just love watching it come together, watching the fabric do its thing.
You're creating your own collection.
Yes.
And a curator of unique fabrics.
There you go. There you go.
No, curate.
No, this is a collection.
Yes.
This is not a stash. It is a collection of fabric.
There you go. That's what we tell ourselves.
We have 2 skids and 6 boxes of fabric on its way. So
come by for Christmas fabric. We got to make room for more stuff.
Yes, that's right. So watch for those the notices either on the website or the email, however it is you connect with us. Keep watching because you'll know when that comes in.
Yeah.
And
so it's going to be a bunch of stuff. We've got Kimberbell potions.
Patterns and notions and fabrics for the quilty little Christmas.
Yes.
That could arrive anytime.
So if you've been looking at Quilty Little Christmas or not sure, okay, so I'm going to show you. This is Carol's. There is the mini quilts.
Yes.
This is the one that's coming out, came out earlier. This is the one for December. So the Quilty Little Christmas.
October.
What did I say?
December.
What?
She's got Christmas on the brain now.
So the Quilty Little Christmas is a whole bunch of different little Christmas ones that are roughly about this size. But
yes,
look at this.
Isn't that cute?
So we also have a Halloween fabric too. We have a ton of that. So if you want to be working on that kind of stuff too. I don't know how many days until that, but
till Halloween. Halloween is nowhere near as important, and therefore Tom doesn't keep track of that. He's shaking his head right now.
Well, we don't
know.
Thinking we're almost to the end of September. Can you believe that we're almost to the end of September? It's like I don't know where September went, and that's at the end of October. So 6 weeks. So if you're going to do Halloween stuff,
if you do Halloween, you might want to get a move on there. So classes. Upcoming classes. One learn to use your Serger levels 1, 2, and 3 are back on the schedule here in Surrey. Plus, we have added level 5, which would cover a cover stitch machine. Now, we only do this about once a year because there's not as many cover stitch users out there as there are serger users. So if you want to take that class, you might want to get yourself on the list and enrolled so that you can get that in, because it's coming up soon. Actually, it's quite soon. Yeah. So check the calendar. Check the calendar for that one.
Best to check the website because all the latest and greatest information is always on there.
The beginner quilt, the morning class is full. We have the afternoon open for anybody interested in that, and that is starting September the 21st, which is Saturday. So if you want to get on there, then you need to get your name in there so that you can be included before it's full. Planning a panel.
Yes, that's coming up. That is with Sandy.
Yes.
And so premise of the class is basically bring any panels that you're wanting to work on, bring them in. You'll sit with Sandy. She'll go over a whole bunch of different things. She'll help you plan it out. Like she brings the grid paper, you name it. And so you will leave with some ideas for
your panel. Yeah.
Not just talked about, but actually planned out.
You'll see it out in paperwork.
Yeah. And then so
our backdrop today
does use panels.
Is actually a panel, but it is a stack and rack. So it's double.
It's double. So yeah, if that is a panel, but it's also stack and whack. So
yes, which we have a class on that as well. Your stack and whack. That's October.
I'm just going to tip this up just a little bit.
So you can see the full effect of this combining a panel and stack and whack. This is absolutely stunning, and one that Sandy has planned out.
Yeah. So if you have any doubt on what she can come up with.
Yes, you can see this right here. Yes. And the next week, the Husqvarna Viking event. Friday at Country Folk in Chilliwack and Saturday here in Surrey.
And it's not just for Husqvarna.
No.
It is our opportunity to celebrate and bring in an educator. She is from Husqvarna, but she's been a quilter, sewer, whatever for 20 plus years. So she's going to bring a lot of her knowledge and share that.
Yeah.
And so she's going to talk about different feet, all those kind of things. So it's across the board. So it doesn't matter what machine you have. She's going to have a lot of information for you. Yes, she's going to be bringing some stuff that's from Husqvarna, such as some of the new tools, the new little things that they've got. So she is bringing those to show us. But a lot of her knowledge is not going to be just, this is with the Husqvarna. Yeah. It is across the board. So definitely come on in. Make sure you register so we have a chair for you.
Yes, exactly. Or you're going to stand.
Because I know the first class in the day is getting full.
Yeah, it's almost at capacity at this point.
So you want to jump on there and get your your seat
reserved. Otherwise, you'll be standing. But that's okay. We'll be standing.
Not bringing my own chair.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to do that, and then
do you carry one in your car? Do you?
Well, no, I'll bring one. I'll put one in. Okay, I'll have hubby put one in.
Right. So. Countdown to Christmas class. This is a.
You can kind of see it in the corner.
We have partially covered it up. The tree over here. It works like an advent calendar. You can put treats in, but you also make decorations that each morning you or the child in you can hang every day, can hang a decoration on the tree, and then on Christmas Day it's fully decorated.
So it is an embroidery one.
Yeah.
But we are going to be doing some sewing in it, and so the tree is applique. So we'll be doing some applique with that. We'll be doing a little bit of background. Some of the stuff you'll be doing at home. before here, so you do need to have some basic knowledge, but we also cover
Yeah.
some stuff in class. But
Yes.
it is a very versatile advent calendar that you can gear towards
It doesn't
what
matter.
your interests
Yeah.
are.
Exactly.
And so
Or
it's-
whoever you're giving it to, whoever you're planning to use it, you can make it in any way you like, whether it's
Yeah.
for a child,
Adult.
and the one I'm waiting for.
Coffee corner.
Coffee
Brought that
corner.
one, but it's
It's
up.
hanging up in the store. I have my fabric chosen. I have my design purchased. I am
Yeah.
ready to go.
It's a cute little wall
yeah.
hanging, or like you make it small enough that it sits on your cupboard door for where you keep all your coffee stuff. So it is an embroidery. This
Yes,
one is
yes,
pretty
it
much
is, yeah.
straight embroidery.
Yeah, that's
I mean, you
yeah.
will sew the
You
pieces
still- yeah,
together, but
but-
all the blocks on it are all embroidery. There's no applique or anything else on
No,
it. But
it's just
gorgeous. It's
embroidery,
nice.
and anybody who knows my obsession with embroidery, I just
And
love
coffee.
watching it work. It's just like I marvel at it. I just marvel at the fact that something that was built to go straight does circles and all kinds of things. It just to me
This
it's
way,
just
that way, this way, and yeah.
you know, I can't help it. I'll just sit there and watch it. Of course, I was that way about my first front load washer. Wow, look at that.
You were easily entertained.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, I am easy to entertain. Absolutely, I don't take a lot. Okay, yeah.
All right, we have Tech Talk
Yes,
today.
we
So Joel's been wandering around waiting for us. So we're gonna go find Joel and see what he's going to share with us today.
Well, he's going to come out here.
There
There he is! Yay!
Okay, so you're gonna come. You want us to come where you are? Yeah, he wants to see. He's gonna make us walk.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna flip this around because you can see where we're walking to, and then of course you can see all the fabric and the panels as we pass it, and listen to see what speaks to Deborah because it speaks to her.
Yes, the fabric does. It talks.
She's easily entertained and hears voices. I mean,
You know how they say in like old libraries sometimes too you can hear the books whispering
Yes.
and sharing their knowledge?
Yes,
It's
fabric
same
does
thing
the
with
same
fabrics.
thing. I'm sorry.
They share-
Absolutely.
it's just sharing inspiration.
it's not the books whispering. It's the book bugs. Trust me, I've read about those. It's the book bugs.
Okay, but that doesn't translate well though. If it's the fabric bugs. No. It's the books. It's the books.
Yeah.
It's the knowledge and the decades
Thank you.
and millenniums and centuries of wisdom.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. So what are you going to show us today?
So today I'm going to actually show you just how to make sure that your chords stay working for a long time. We often see when people bring in their machines for service, and when we're out at the schools, people will wrap them up just around the foot control like this, and sometimes like this. And it's just yeah. And the reason that we're all cringing at that is that it leaves a nice little kink on the edge of your cord here. And these are the common spots where we see the cords wear out. That's right here by the foot control, right here by the end that plugs into your machine, and of course here at the wall end. Wall end is a little bit less common, but we do see it. And it's what happens is that when you wrap it up really tight, when you're putting it away or when you bring it in for service, it just puts a lot of strain right on that spot. So what we typically recommend for wrapping up your cords, you grab the end. If you got a two-piece cord like this where it's just one plug, foot control and power cord are plugged into the same thing, just grab it by the machine end, just wrap it, fold it once, fold it twice. Sometimes you'll have enough length, you can fold it a third time, like this, and then just wrap the excess, like so. And then you can use, this one has a handy dandy twist tie on it. But you can use an elastic, or you can use one of those Velcro wire ties and just wrap it around and snug it nice and tight. And you can see here, no kink on your foot control, there's no kink on your machine plug, and no kink on your power plug. This will last a long time. If you wrap it like this, you might not ever have to replace your power cable at all.
Yeah.
And so that lasts a long time. And then the same thing also, another thing that people do that we see sometimes that isn't very healthy for the machine. So we'll have it plugged in. And then, if you can come around to this side a little bit, I'll wrap it up like this.
Oh.
And I'll wrap it around. And sometimes you'll pull it really tight. And it's just got a nice, lovely 90-degree bend there. Your cord's not going to like that. Not over a long period of time. And
The cord
especially,
or no? Wouldn't that?
well, the cord and the jack in the machine too. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
You're pulling on it, yeah.
It puts a lot of strain on the cable.
See, I'm smarter than I look.
And especially with these, with the machine end, if that end breaks, we can't fix that. We have to replace the whole cable when that happens. With the wall end, this here, yeah, you can buy new plugs. We have them in stock. We can just, snip just before the short, put a new cable on there. But it does shorten your cord every time you do that. So you still want to avoid it.
Keep it up, and you're sitting right next to the wall on the floor.
Keep it up, and there's your plug right there.
That's right, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So yeah, again, anytime that you're not using your machine, if you're unplugging it or if you're putting it away, unplug it from the socket. Sometimes you'll find that it's just really tight. With a brand new machine, sometimes that plug is really tight, and that's why people will choose to leave it in. But it's one of those things where you just got to do it a few times, wiggle it out, put it back in, and it will loosen up over time. So as long as you're consistently doing that.
Problems with the lips today and everybody. We're
Yes, I've
just
been having trouble too, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
speaking is not our
Yeah.
strong point.
No, not today. Not today.
What else was I going to mention? I think that was about it. Make sure that you're
It's, as always,
not putting a lot of
Okay.
strain.
and it's things you're not thinking of at the time you're doing it, right?
Well,
You're just
I know
packing
we
it up.
kind of covered it when Tom was talking about used machines, but if the cords break, what are we looking at cost-wise to replace a cord?
It depends on the machine. They typically range from about $25 for a cord. They can range up to like $100. That's just the cord. If you need cord and foot control, because some machines have them integrated and you just can't replace.
Like that?
Like this one, we can usually, if there is a short at this end, we can also resplice it or just replace the cord. But there are some foot controls where you can't get just the cord, and then you can be looking anywhere up to, for some of the European machines, you can be looking in $200-300 range, and that's just.
So you can look up to $200-300
Yeah.
to replace a foot control that just because you wrap it
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just wrap it a different way and
And one of the little trick that I'll show you, if you don't have the cable ties and you don't want to use a twist tie, you can do the same fold. Well, start from the beginning here. Grab the top by the foot control or by the machine end, and then just one half, and half one more time. And you got a nice little loop here, and a bunch of excess. Just wrap the excess around, just like that. Few times, and then just tuck it through just like that. Again, not a super sharp angle on your cord, so it should be fine. You can even hang it from that if you want, for
There you go.
storage, or just place it in the machine.
okay.
We have an
So
added
so
stress
so the
setting.
biggest thing is avoiding those bends and
Yeah,
keep
you really want to avoid any bends or kinks, especially. Some machines too, the case may sort of fit over top of your plug, but we'll see that too a lot of times where people put the case over top, kind of wiggle it so that it's over, and again you end up with a little kink on the machine end, and that can strain either the plug or the jack in the machine.
Not things we think of.
No, it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Thank
Help
you.
from someone such as yourself.
Thank you, Joel. That was awesome information. So now we know when we bring our machine in on how, I flipped it around, on how to make sure that we have it. All right, there we go.
Oh.
Hi, Mom.
I knew as soon as he started running to the table, I knew that it's what he was gonna do.
Do we get to? Hi, Debbie.
Hi, who?
Debbie. That's his
I
mom.
know, I missed you, Debbie.
So we get to say hello.
Yes, yeah. He just saw her.
Mama boy.
I know.
So yeah. So
So
now we know
as-
how to wrap.
Yes, and you know what? I instinctively do the pull it this way, but I never even thought of the benefits of doing it that way. So there you go. Good piece of information.
Yeah. Not to mention any names, but this person does notice that when they bring in their machine, the cord comes in one way, and when it comes back, it's wrapped a different way. Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
This person
If
maybe
you know, let me know.
maybe the reason why they did this for TikTok.
Could be. They've seen the damage that can happen. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
This person is also bringing in their machine next
Very
week
soon, I know.
for a thing, and so needs to make sure that they are thinking on how to wrap this cord, or else what they'll take and do is they'll bring. My husband packed it up, and he doesn't know what he's
We know
doing.
that's not true, but that's okay.
All right, so
Okay.
I think we are done for this week,
Yep.
and we will see everybody next week. And yeah, you want to definitely check us out next week because we've heard rumors that there might be some more information next week.
Each week we'll bring you more.
Well, we will bring more. Like there is going to be information, but I think that it might have something to do with those the shipment coming in. Some good news with that. Well, aside from fabric, that's always good news. But all right, so we will
Okay.
see you guys next week.
Okay.
Stay out
Be
of
good.
trouble, but if you get in trouble, call me.